I have to be being punked. Hey, you guys. I feel like I am waiting for Ashton Kutcher to show up and tell me that I am being punked. Oh my God. I cannot believe that this just happened. I cannot believe that this just happened. So give me a moment as I get my bearings together to adjust. Yeah, but tell me how you've been. Say hello to me down in the comments. Share the show when you get here. Let me know when you guys get on in here. How's your week been? I missed y'all last week. I missed y'all. I didn't get to see y'all last week. Hold on. Let me do what I need to do. How's it going? Say hello down in the comments when you get here. So I know you're here. Y'all will not believe what just happened. I really feel like I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to say, oh, it's false. Okay. This is crazy. This is crazy. What just happened to me? It's freaking nuts. All right, let me see how this go. Okay, I got it over here. Okay, hi YouTube. Hey Andre, how are you doing? What's new? What's going on in your neck of the woods? Thanks for speaking. Okay. Anything exciting going on with you? Anything new? Thank you for saying hi and not just sitting here. All these people are requesting to go live with me on TikTok. I was on TikTok for like 4 hours one day a couple weeks ago. Um, and oh my gosh, I met some really cool people. Hold on, hold on. Y'all, let me tell y'all what just happened. A freaking accident. At least that's what it feels like. So usually I have, you know how I'm usually able to, oh my God, my lash is going through my nerves. So usually how I'm able to have like my music and look what I just did. My music and my little outros, intros, and all my stuff that I can show y'all. Oh my God, please tell me why did I click a button and this button that I clicked deleted everything from my file? Like everything. The credits, the background, my song. And something told me not to push that button. And this would happen during a show where we are discussing um, how choosing to see things differently make a difference in your life. You know what I mean? And I should have been able to recover it. Listen, I'm gonna try to see if I can play around with it. Thank you for caring. Shout outs to you for caring. I'm gonna try to see if I can play around with it. Um, but it looks like it looks like I can't. It looks like I can't. I'm not gonna be a Debbie Downer though. Hold on, cause my freaking hair. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it in this thing. I got my little locks in. I'm thinking about putting, getting locking my hair. I don't know because I like to change my hair all the time, but I should be able to recover it, right? You would have thought, like I've been looking for it. Like as I'm sitting here, because I'm able to do it while I'm on here with y'all, I've been looking for it. But when things don't go the way you want them to go, you can either spiral forward or spiral downward with it, right? So I'm going to choose to take this opportunity, okay? Since that's what we're going to be getting into tonight, with all the negative stuff that's going around in the world. It's like, come on, y'all, let's have some positivity. Let's be positive and uplift. But that is just a sign. That was just a sign for me to change and go ahead and do everything that I wanted to do anyway. As y'all can see, I changed the colors. I changed the colors to the banners and all that other stuff. Um, I did that. But I cannot believe like all my files are gone. Like all my files are gone. Crazy. Dre said, yeah, see, Andre, you with me, okay? Positive, positive changes. And this is what we're going to do, okay? Shout out to TikTok. Hey TikTok. So tell me what's new with y'all, what's going on with you. But I wanted to talk tonight about, us changing our perspectives of how we see things, how we let things affect us, because if you can choose to change how you see something or however a circumstance or situation is playing out, you'd be really surprised at just how much peace you'll get and just how fast what you thought was a problem won't even be a problem any longer. I'm telling you. But before we get into that, y'all, I know y'all got mixed reviews about him, okay? But why didn't nobody tell me that Tyler Perry's show, Divorce Sisters, was like that? Okay, before we get into this, I'm gonna need y'all to tell me why ain't nobody tell me that Tyler Perry's Divorce Sisters was like that. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all. I'm calling y'all to the front. Calling y'all to the front. Come to the front of the congregation. Andre said, "Oh, you seen it, Andre? Excuse me, y'all gonna hear my little rattling, cause I'm gonna eat this little popsicle. I didn't really get to eat anything. I had I had two crabs and like three bowls of cereal today. That's all I had today. But this is my 90-calorie popsicle that my doctor recommended, and y'all, it's bomb. So if you don't want to see me sucking and chewing on no popsicle, this is not the place for you. Because guess what? You could do what you want when you the boss. Every week. Okay, okay. So before we go into that, so Andre, you've seen. Well, I've wait a minute. Every week. Wait, how many episodes is there? Because the last time I saw it, it was only 5. Are there more than 5? Andre, tell me. Are there more than 5 episodes? Because listen, I know y'all feel like I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Y'all feel like Tyler Perry keep whoop de wooing and he not showing the black people in the light of the blacks and the blacks with the light, whatever y'all say, right? But I still wholeheartedly disagree. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh shoot. Oh, thank you. No, tomorrow it comes on. Okay, Andre, hold on so I can make sure we're on the same page. So there were the last time I saw it, it was 5 episodes out. How many are out now? Is tomorrow gonna be the sixth one? I mean, I need you to let me know because I didn't know. Okay, see now you're telling me something because I hardly ever watch TV, and while I was getting my hair done, I got a piece of hair in my mouth. Y'all, I came across the show. And I know that y'all don't really like Tyler Perry, but let me tell y'all, Divorce Sisters. Mm-hmm. Divorce Sisters is one of them ones. Okay. I feel like I got a piece of hair in my mouth. Okay. So while Andre answers me, have any of you guys seen Divorce Sisters that are watching? Have you guys seen it? I don't like how I got this thing, but ugh, whatever. Let me tell you as I make this noise. Yes, 5. Okay, Andre, 5. Woo. I thought that was the end of the season. I was like, oh my God, I have to wait until another season come out. Now, let me tell you, if you have not watched Divorce Sisters, I know I recommend you watch it. You okay? I did not know that this show was going to be good. Now, I only tuned in to watch it because I like Latoya Luckett. And I don't know. So far, I am loving her character. Okay. I'm into her story. This storyline with them, perfect. Who you like, Andre? I'm also feeling so I'm heavily invested in Latoya Luckett, right? I also like uh who's the other one? The best friend that's married to William. And also, I don't know, I don't want to speak too soon, but because you never know, but I don't think William is cheating on her. I feel like that there is some confusion between what the little girl saw and stuff like that. I really don't. And then if you ask me, I also believe it's starting to look like um mama, her own guilt is eating her up. See, and this probably also ties into what we get into tonight. Yes, and Kadeem. Yes, and Kadeem. See, I'm not good with names. Who is Kadeem? I know I like Latoya Luckett's storyline. The best friend that's married to William. I do remember his name because it's so easy to remember. And the crazy homegirl. I kinda Oh, that's her name, Kadeem. Okay. See, look at you. Thank you. Okay. Now I do like Kadeem. Her little story is a little good, but I'm more invested when it comes to those two, I'm more invested in her husband. I don't think he's messing around on her. But I was like, goodness gracious, if this man is really a decent man and she messed around on this man doing the IVF, and this baby might not be the baby, but this baby is they are. I don't see now. That's where it gets tricky because I don't know if Gerard or Jared, whatever his name is, I don't know if he's William's friend or if he's both of their friends. But y'all, divorce sisters is like that. If you ask me, this is one of the best shows to me that Tyler Perry has put out in a long time. Oh, both. Yeah. She is cruddy for that one. Okay, Andre. Now they say ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, but I don't know. However, let's check this out. Check this out. What the little crazy friend? Who her husband was a demon, wasn't he? A straight demon. If I ain't never seen a demon before, if you never seen a demon, go ahead and watch that show. He was something. You see how he acted? And oh my God, and the crazy part is, Andre, I don't know if you know, he cut like a knife. Didn't he? Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie. I watch shows and I usually, try to tap into the emotion or I don't tap into the emotion to see like what's going on. And when I tell you that sitting there listening to this man go off like that, I was clenching, clenching, or however you want to say it, my pearls. And I don't ever clench my pearls. Andre, he had me like, oh my God. The things he was saying, that man was off the chain. But needless to say, I definitely feel like the homegirl that was married to him and divorced him, she can't see it right now, but it's definitely a blessing in disguise. I think she needs to see that differently. And she got 30, she won 37 million. Like you got 37 million, but I get it. He left her for the girl that he cheated on her with, had a baby, and it's just a big mess. A lot of emotion in there. Um, So I get it, but she need to let it go. She just be doing too much. She doing too much. But you guys, I think you should watch that show. I really think you should watch that show. I'm coming, y'all. It's almost done. Thank you for being so patient with me. But I knew the preacher was gay. I knew that preacher. I knew it. I knew he was sleeping with that man. Did you know that, Andre? They going off outside. He said, "Yeah, I knew it. I knew it." When I was getting my hair done, she was like, "You said it." I was like, I knew he was sleeping with that man. I knew he was. I knew it. Okie dokie. Let's get into it. So, even with those shows, there are some things that we can see and some things that we can learn, okay? Because there is somebody somewhere dealing and going through the exact same thing. However, I wanted to come here today just to talk to y'all to see what's going on, how y'all been, and just like we talked about earlier, just get into like changing your mindset and how you see things because you never know just how you may see something can alter how you feel about it and things of that nature. So this is a story not long ago. It's like no. So here's the thing, right? How many times do you wake up in the morning and do you declare your day? Like, do you tell your day how your day is going to be? Okay. How many of you guys wake up and actually declare my day is going to be this? My day is going to be that. Good things are going to happen to me because they're supposed to happen to me. I'm going to receive nothing but joy, love, and abundance. I always say that luxury is a mindset, and it really is. When you have a luxury mindset, which includes peace, kindness, treating people with love, and receiving love without being asked. You know what I mean? It's just a different level of awareness along with, you know, peace that you're given as you go throughout life because life is going to hit you hard with some challenges. You're going to have some difficulties. There's going to be some things that occur that may make you feel a certain way, but also, we have to start to learn that there is nothing wrong with having your feelings, but just because you have your feelings about something does not mean it's right or the situation is wrong. Does that make sense? Andre said, I try. Yes. Declare your day, Andre. Every day you wake up, declare your day. Talk to the world. Tell the world how it's going to address you, what you're going to receive this day, or anything like that. I'm telling you, it works. I'm going to share some stories with y'all. It works if you work it. Every and anything works if you work it. Okay. So I remember I was having a conversation. I remember a long time ago when I used to do the Speak Easy show, and Ryan was talking about things that occurred, and he was like, "Oh well, she felt like I did this, she felt like I did that," and it's like, you know, that was a conversation that I know that you guys had talked about before. That seemed to be that that's a great funny way of the discussion that we had talked about years ago. Some of y'all may not remember that show that we had briefly, but a thing, just because you may have an issue with something and it may make you feel a way, does not mean that you're it's a fact. Because people like to make their feelings equal facts, and that's not the case. You get what I'm saying? That's like if you say, oh, you're accused of messing around with somebody, and you say, well, she thought that I was messing around, so I can understand why she reacted this way. Well, just because she or he reacted this way does not mean that it was right, in regards to the situation. That don't mean that you were being unfaithful just because they reacted, they had a feeling this way. Your feelings are valid to you, but our feelings are not valid to situations and circumstances. And that is something that life will teach you. And that is something that I had to learn too. You can feel however you want to feel about something, but it's like, well, when you're on the other end of it, regardless of what it is, right? You know how we always talk about how, when you're angry and you're upset, if you really knew how much acid is pumping through your bloodstream during that time, like you can literally crack your wrist open, your blood open, and fry an egg on your blood just from you being so upset. So that's why, for the most part, I always do my best to try not to be upset, because when I do get irritated or upset, I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, you can go ahead and cook like 5 dozen of eggs. But we're human. But with anything, practice is key. Practice makes perfect. You understand? And she said, what she said, Gwendolyn? Hi, how are you? Said that's a great way to start. It is. You have to declare your day. You have to wake up, claim your day, talk to it, say what's going to happen for you, um, and all of that. Because your mindset, you have to walk around with a peaceful and a luxury mindset. Just because it's luxury, it does not always include a price tag. Okay. It's about how you feel about yourself, how you allow other people to treat you, and all of those things, right? So when you treat you, because you know how when they say, oh, when you look good, you feel good, or when you get your hair done, or when you get your hair cut, you feel better. When you look and you like, oh my gosh, that's true. You have to. A lot of times we believe that in order for us to feel better, in order us to feel like we have the money, or we have the career, or we have the home, or the clothes, or the shoes, or all the things that we want, we feel like we have to see it. We have to actually physically have it in our hands in order for us to feel joy and for us to be happy about it. But that's not true. The object with, being the energy you want to attract and attracting more is already feeling it before it comes. So that way you can attract it and the world will send it to you. So I went out a couple weeks ago and I went and I did some reviews, right? And make sure you guys are sharing the show, tapping the screen. Um, give me some love, say hi in the comments, and follow me on all platforms, okay? Um, when I was doing that, right? And I woke up and I said, "Ooh, I don't know." It's actually on my Patreon. Hold up, let me tell y'all. It's actually on my Patreon. If you would like to become a member of my Patreon, thank you. Please do. Thank you for those who joined the Patreon the week before last when I did the show. Hey Geneva girl, how are you? What's going on? What's this? Okay, I want to do this. I'm trying to share this with you guys. I'm gonna try to share because I put a lot of stuff on my Patreon with like behind the scenes and things that's going on. It will eventually be on YouTube, but I'm not pressed to put it on YouTube at the moment because it's like, come on, I got to give my Patreon some exclusive. So thank you guys. Hold on, let me show you. I'm about to copy this link right here because I don't know where Benita is. I'm not sure if Benita's here tonight to do her moderator thing. Okay, let's see if that's it. Okay. So I just put the link to the Patreon in the comments, you guys. If you guys would like to do that, you surely can. And um and so here it is. So during that day, I went out before I went to do my reviews, and I was like, oh, today is going to be a great day, something great. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to receive some free stuff today. I don't know what, I don't know where, but I was like, today is going to be a good day. It's going to be great. I'm going to receive things. People are just going to give me stuff. True story. When I tell you, when I went and, oh, matter of fact, I just posted it. I went to do a review of one of these places, right? One of many. And when I tell you guys, when I claim that, for one, I pray before I start my day, meditate, do all of that, is like, I know what it looks like when I'm in control versus when I'm not. I'm not in control, which is why when I'm not in control, it's like, girl, get it together. But if you know, you know. Sometimes it's difficult to like get in there. Like you know what you're supposed to do, but then you're like, ugh, I don't feel like it. Today is a great day. Yes. Hey, Terry, how are you? Yes, today is a great day. So I went to this place to do this food review of the restaurant, and when I tell you guys, we literally only like paid for our food. It was so amazing. We had got great parking right out front the door. Because you guys know I'm super, super lazy. I love getting a parking spot that is right out front of anything. um, we had got a great parking spot. We walked in, it was freshly opened, like it was so nice. Everyone was so nice. One of the owners was there. It was so nice. And I just was talking to them and he was talking to us. And I was like, yes, this is what I'm doing. I came here. I want to check you guys out. When I mean to tell you guys that, oh, he was like, oh, okay. And was just talking to us and telling us about the establishment. He gave us free drinks. Like all of my drinks were free. All of my drinks were free. Me and my guest. We did not pay for not one drink. And I was like, "Oh my goodness." So as I was sitting there and I was talking to her, I was like, "Oh, because I'm in this stage too where it's like, oh, I don't want to say something because I don't want to jinx it. I'm working on getting out of that. And I'm going to get out of that. I gotta change that. I'm going to get out of that because sometimes let me know, are you guys like that where you have it in your mind where you're like, "Oh, I don't want to say it because when I tell somebody something, it doesn't happen or it may not go through, and then you're gonna be left looking crazy." That's not lazy, that's creating. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. It definitely has to be something. And I was like, okay. And she was like, what? I was like, no. Because soon as all of this stuff was going on, I'd say so much throughout the day when I wake up. I claim so much in my day and how I want my day to go that sometimes I can forget. And then it's always like, here comes the universe saying, hey, knock, knock, right? So when we were about to leave, I was like, nope, I'm going to tell you. And so when we got in the car, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, girl, before we got together on my way, picking you up, I said, oh, I'm gonna get free stuff today. Something great, nothing but great things are gonna happen to me today. I woke up, I felt it. I didn't know where it was gonna come from, but I felt it. Like I felt it. And I was like, I'm not gonna spend much money today. Do you know that during that whole day of all these reviews, I only ended up spending $10.50? Talk about wowzer. Okay. So what I even blew my mind because I went back. That's why I said it's on my Patreon. I went back and I looked at my video from the entire day of me vlogging when I woke up, when I got ready, and all of that. And in the video, as I was watching it, I was like, oh my goodness, I said that. Oh, I did say that. You know, everything that I had said in this video happened. Everything that I said happened. So this is why, changing your mindset and how you see things is very, very important. It's very important. Luxury is a mindset, and you have to fight at all costs for your joy, for your peace, for your happiness. And definitely, if you can see it in your mind, you can see it in your hand. And I know a lot of these sayings and different things like that may seem cliche or it's like, oh, people are just talking and this, that, and the third. But no, it works if you work it. Like anything gets better with practice. Practice makes perfect. You have to continue to thrive, continue to want excellence, continue to want more. So since I had gotten laid off from my job, the day that I got laid off, like I told you guys before, oh, I felt like I hit the lottery. It was just like, woof, like they had just released me. You know what I mean? I couldn't explain it, but it just was like, woo. Okay, I didn't know how this thing was going to go and what it was going to look like moving forward, but I was like, okay, there is going to be some goodness in this. So even within, I went out with one of my friends. We celebrated their birthday, and it was funny because they watch my show sometimes, and they were like, "Hey, why did I have to find out through your show that you lost your job? And we went out and you ended up paying for everything." I'm like, because it was your birthday. And I said I was going to take you out for your birthday. And it doesn't matter. It'll come back. So it was just so funny. You know what I mean? When people are like, Oh, I only found this out because I watched your show, and they actually can physically talk to me and stuff on the phone. I share, right? But I mean, at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's like, listen, if it's nothing, only I can do it. Talking about it ain't gonna change it. I gotta change it. So even we went out that day. Um, I was he was like, "Oh, we're not gonna find parking, right?" Because like I said, when you're around people, sometimes no shade to them, but when you're around people and they are like constantly thinking negative, Debbie Downers, you have to work twice as hard. You have to be, positive, or as my life coach used to tell me, you have to hold the truth for them and yourself, and it's sometimes their negativity can counteract it, so it'd be like, goodness gracious, it feels like doing a spiritual root canal. That's what it can feel like. That's the only way I could describe it, right? And so we went out, and I was like, we're going to get parking, don't worry about that. Yup, don't worry about that. Great things are going to happen. Great things are supposed to happen to me. This is what I say. Great things are supposed to happen to me. And soon as we got there, boop, parking spot right up front, right across the street from the business. And I was like, look, see, and you were worried about parking. Like, we only got that parking spot because you were in the car. Well, whatever works. You know what I mean? So that was funny. So we went there. We had such a great experience. Like, um, everybody was just like catering. I mean, people were looking like, who is this? Who is this lady? Why is everybody surrounding this lady? Why are they catering to this lady? And needless to say, I claimed that for my day. I claim it all day, every day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave out of here tomorrow. But the rain, it seems like it's rained. I said it earlier. I was like, yo, it's been raining all year. It's been raining all year, feels like. But the key is you have to claim your day. You have to talk nice to the world, and the world will talk nice to you. You know, heavy on be the energy that you want to attract. And for a while, going through life and, losing a loved one, it it made me, you know, it made me forget about my magic. And so just like me, just with you guys, sometimes we have life experiences and things can happen that can make you forget about your magic. You know what I mean? Because you guys are great too. No matter what you're going through, no matter what your situation look like, no matter what comes your way, you are great. You deserve to be here. You deserve great things to happen to you. You deserve love. You deserve kindness. You deserve freedom, joy. That is your birthright. You know what I mean? And sometimes we can get sidetracked and forget that. And most importantly, you have to always be who you are. Now, one thing that I can say that it's always been a challenge for me to be able to sit and observe people who are not able to be themselves, or people who try to be other people to please, whether it's friends, family, whether you want to fit in with the people at work, coworkers, or whatever. I've always been an island. I've never really cared to fit in. So I don't know personally what it's like to live my life for other people, or to do what other people want me to do. I don't know. Some may call it a rebel. Some may call it a, a rule breaker. I don't know. I'm gonna call it being an individual. Okay, like God put me here to be an individual. So, and I don't so I wouldn't know what that's like. But I'm so glad, and I always pray, like, God, keep me different. Keep me different. Please do not make me like them. Please do not have me be like everyone else. And then it hit me one day when I was dealing with some things, and I was like, Dad, why is this going on? And it hit me. It was like, well, you freaking tell them to let you be different. Don't make you like everybody else. So it's like, oh, okay. You know, just with different things like that. But I don't know. I wouldn't know what it would be like to live my life for my parents, live my life for my friends, live my life for culture. I wouldn't know, but I definitely um it's sad, it's heartbreaking. I don't want to say I feel sorry, but I have compassion for anyone who is not able to show up and be themselves, whether they fear judgment, whether they fear not being accepted in the in crowd. Um, it's really a scary place when you are told that you can't be you in a world where everybody wants you to be what and how they want you to be. You know what I mean? Do any of you guys ever felt like that or dealt like that? I know whether it was I know for me a lot of times like it used to be maybe um people didn't always agree with who I was seeing or just how I'm a free spirit. I've always been a free spirit. So anything that I do, anybody see me do is like, oh, well, that's expected, or what? Well, she of course she would do that, you know. And we talked about it one time on this show when Abby Crazy Butt showed up and things like that. And I was like, well, you know, you can always one thing you can do is count on me to be me. I really think that I don't know. I wouldn't know what it's like. And here over the course of a couple of years, I've had like few people tell me, like even my pastor and stuff like that. Few people were telling me, like, "Girl, do you know that that is a gift? Because not everybody can be themselves and not care what anybody's gonna say or what anybody thinks." And I'm like, really? Like, I mean, you know, until things hit home sometimes, or until you see it or experience it, you're like, for real, you think everybody do this? You know, it's like being a kid growing up. If you grew up in a household and you guys didn't have much, and you guys always had. When you go to like your friends' houses or something, or when y'all grow up and you finding out that they had to eat like school lunch and stuff for dinner while you and your family were eating home cooked meals or your family was going out, you're like, wow, you don't know certain things don't exist if you're not exposed to it. It's like, oh, I thought everybody did this. I thought everybody did that. And it's like, no, everybody does not do that. You get what I'm saying? You guys still here? You guys still with me? So it's just one of those things where um, you have to have that luxury mindset, change your perspective, be comfortable being who you are, regardless of how anyone feels about it, what they think about it. You know, honestly, like there are things where if we all took a look, or if I shared a lot of things or whatever, with you guys would probably look at me differently. You know what I mean? Would I care? Probably not. Not probably, absolutely not. Because you have to live in your truth. When you don't live in your truth, you will be bound by so much. You will have burdens on your shoulders that you did not ask for, that you aren't even equipped to handle. And next thing you know, you grow up, you get into relationships, and you're attracting all of this confusion and this chaos, all because you are bound to appease and live for everyone else. And you're not living for you. You're not living for you. And it's always been difficult for me to watch people do that. But here lately, to watch people do that who struggle with doing that, should I say. But here, what I have been loving and adapting to, right, is I was listening to a song. I forget who sang it or whatever, but it's about, you know, being the light on the hill and letting your light shine, right? And I was like, oh, and so then it also came to me that it's also a scripture. And the scripture says it says, you are the light of the world, a town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Let your light shine before others that they may see the good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. And then the other part of it is like you won't take a light that you won't light a lamp and hide it in a hallway. You'll take a lamp and you'll set it, and the lamp will light up the whole house. So for me, I said, that resonated with me so much because it's like, girl, you have to be who you are, know what you know, be comfortable with you, don't care what anyone thinks, whatever gifts and talents that God has blessed you with, you let them shine. You don't dim your light for anybody else. You don't shrink who you are for anybody else. Don't play small. Always, always go and play big. And he made you this way. So don't be embarrassed about it. So that's all I was like, huh, okay. So even in difficulty, so for me, I'm just trying to tell you guys that no matter how you feel, you have to always shine. Shine, shine, shine. No matter how you feel, even through grief, right? When I lost my life coach, who, Laverne, I love Laverne. Taught me everything that I know. And even I've run into people who, maybe when I share, because I remember she used to always say, girl, you can't share everything with everybody because people think you're crazy because everybody is at a different level of consciousness, right? And everybody has different things that they believe. And she told me everything I know. So there are times that I've actually encountered people who are like, "Oh no, you shouldn't do that," or "This is not right," or "No, no, no," and I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm not gonna stop doing it." And just for me, like she was the best. She was the best. You know what I mean? I had a great teacher, a great role model. She was a ordained minister. She was a Christian Scientist. She was all of that. Like she was everything, right? So I'm like, listen, I had an example and I got to see what it looks like when you are positive, when you aren't negative, when you write down your dreams, when you go after what you want, when you don't judge people, when you allow people to be themselves, when you show up out of love, when you forgive people who've hurt you. And that is one of the most challenging things. Forgiving someone who didn't even say they were sorry. Oh my God. Or who don't even want to be sorry. Oh my goodness. Talk about a challenge. But over these last couple years, since she passed, I've been able to see now that the smoke and stuff is clearing, you right? I'm able to see how in these areas that challenge us, right? Or challenge me, I was really being stretched. I was really being pushed. My character was is continuing to be developed. My gifts are continuing to be developed. My transparency, my ownership of who I am, my mind, you know, and my faith. Oh my goodness, my faith is being stretched almost like every 20 seconds. I'm like, oh my goodness. Um, and I'm able to see that. And so what I've noticed though, I'm like extra sensitive. I was never a crybaby. I am now like a crybaby. I don't know what that's about, but I am such a cry baby, you know. And I say it sometimes when I'm always on here with y'all, and I'm like, listen, God is turning me into a punk, okay? But I am like a cry baby. I don't know, but I know that all of that is like it's a good thing. Like tears are not always a bad thing. And the one thing too that a lot of us don't even know what we're doing, that when you have all that anger and you have all that judgment and we can have all that rah rah up in us, we are oftentimes more than none protecting the little you that's inside, you know? And once you realize that you don't have to protect the little you inside of you any longer, it's like the big you takes over and you know that you're safe, right? You know who you are. You don't hide your light. You strive and push through everything. And so what I was saying, one of the things that surprised me is that even through my grief, I still shined. It's a choice. We choose to be angry, we choose to be happy, you can choose to be sad, you can choose to be mean, you can choose to be judgmental. um Everything is a choice. If you choose to stay in the relationship, it's a choice. If you choose to stay um what in the world, as they say, it's a choice. Everything is a choice. Everything is choice. If you just stay at the job, it's a choice. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and making you stay anywhere. But what life will do, and what your fears and your life experiences and the things that you've experienced, what it will do is make you think that you can't do the things that you want, that your dreams do not come true. A lot of people will project their own shortcomings onto you. Believe it or not, it'll be so many people that don't even have what you have or are nowhere near or have not done any of the things that you've done that will tell you what you should be doing. And I'm just here to tell you, do not take advice from anybody when it comes to what you should be doing if they don't even have a little inkling of it. People lives will let you know the type of fruit that they bear. And that is so true. That is extremely true. And so since she's gone, I'm out here learning it on my own, continuing to learn on my own, have 1,000 questions and just with different things, but it comes, but more importantly, I've began to trust myself, trust my intuition, my own discernment, be in communication more, become one with the world, and push for that every day. You know, the same way when I get down, I know that I'm the only one that can get me up because I got some help. I have some angels. I have God on my side. Like, I have help. And all we have to do is breathe life into ourselves. Speak things. Speak life into your bones. Speak life into your day. Speak life into your mind. Speak life into your situation. Instead of constantly complaining about what you do, what you don't have, what you want to change, what it could have been, how it should have been. We have to get better at that. And listen to me, Andre. You said amen, honey. Listen, when you do that, everything else around you change. When you can't change the people around you, you change you and watch everything around you change. Your mindset of how you see it. Like, for instance, y'all know my dog, Draco drives me crazy, okay? Every other day, Draco is about to get put out of this house, okay? But I had to see him differently. I was like, there is no way I am this aggravated with this dog because no matter how many times I shampoo this carpet, he keeps going on the floor. Granted, it doesn't smell like a dog in here, but I'm like, this is crazy. I am going to get this carpet changed though, right? So I'm like, but what happened is with me talking and praying and talking about it, God was like, see him differently. See it differently. Don't look at him like he's a chore. Don't look at him like he's a burden. Don't look at him like he's a reminder, you know what I mean? Of whatever, because he was a gift as well. So I'm like, okay, do you know that once I changed my mindset of how I seen this dog, as far as he's there, he's loving, um, his loyalty, that God loved me enough to give me a little person that no matter what goes on, they're always there. They're happy to see me, to help me create discipline, to help me develop structure, to get me on a schedule, to get me to pay attention, to make me aware. You know, all of these things, all with this little dog. And do you know that once I changed my mindset of how I see him, with the attention and going outside and paying attention to when he's patting me for me to take him up to the bathroom, I am seeing less accidents in the house. I'm telling you, the only time I've noticed that he goes to the bathroom in the house is when he's left underneath of someone else's care. I.e., such as my daughter. My daughter, or if my nephew here. And I'm like, can y'all watch him? And they'll be like, all right, they'll watch him. They'll be asleep. And he's a Roman, right? And so he's just going where he usually goes. But I definitely did. When that happens, I don't even get upset with him. I just like say, well, You knew who you left him with today. You know what I mean? So I do my best to try to make sure that I take him out when someone else is going to keep him or watch him for me. So needless to say, I changed how I saw him, and with me changing how I see him, and just my routine and the things of what I want to do and how I want it to be done. When I'm here, he doesn't go in the house. He will literally not go on the floor all day. Give me a hand clap. Give me some thumbs up for that. He will not go. He'll wait for me. He'll go in his spot. Like, girl, if you don't come on. And if I take too long, he'll come get me. The only time he will do it is if he's being smart. Like if I lock him out my room or something like that. But outside of that, I was like, wow, you know, we really don't understand how changing our perspective and what we think about something really makes a difference in what we experience. Sometimes you have to choose how you want to see things. Is this a burden or a blessing? Now, when they laid me up, I could have looked at it like, oh, it was the end of the world. It was this. I could have, once upon a time, it would have spiraled me out of control. But this go round, it made me say, okay, I surrender, God. I'm not trying to control the outcome. I don't know what the outcome is going to look like, but guess what? I'm trusting you and I'm going to do this thing. And we're going to do this thing. And everything is working out. And in the midst of that, even in the midst of that, like I said, I've been going out, I've been doing the reviews, I've been receiving free things, and things just been coming and things just been doing. He still shows up and show me like, girl, I got you. You are supported, you are loved, you are blessed. So, you know, people always ask me, like, how do you do it? How you do it? And I always used to say, as I continue to grow and I develop, when people ask me, well, how did you do it? What did you do? I always said that I wanted my answer to be God, and that is still my answer. I don't know how I do a lot of the things, or how I've done a lot of the things that I've done throughout life, but I know it had to be some divine intervention with some of the daggone situations I done been in. So, you guys continue to be great. Continue to strive for excellence. You never know. Tomorrow could be the day. Tomorrow could be the day that you hit the lottery for $1 million. Tomorrow could be the day. It could be the day. You never know. You know what I mean? So even with my hoops and my hurdles, and things like that that I've experienced here, I'm still just grateful. You know what I mean? I can't stop dreaming. I can't stop dreaming and pushing forward and climbing forward. And if you don't like your situation and you don't like your circumstances, change it. Change it. If you want to go after something else or be with somebody else, do it. Listen, you have one life to live. Okay? Change it. That is like my alma mater. You can change it. You are not held to anything. But always be positive. And sometimes, even for myself, depending upon what it is, it can be a little struggle to hear through the noise sometimes. Like it can be a struggle to hear through the noise sometimes, but that's when you just have to get quiet. And because a lot of times, right, we get the answer. It's just not the answer you want to hear. So you choose not to hear it. You choose not to hear it. You know what I mean? So that's what this Mashad Hood. Hi, how are you? How have you been? Hey, GW Wilson said, Amen. Yeah, for real. You have to continue to go after everything you want. Just like I said, be the energy that you want to attract. You have to be the energy that you want to attract. at all times. Put out what you want to receive in the world. And that's what I do. I put out what I want to receive. Thank you for anybody who's ever donated to me. Thank you for anybody who's ever sent a gift to me on TikTok. Thank you to everyone who has donated to any GoFundMe that I have. Just because you just never know, right? You just never know how things and people will show up. And I look at all of those things as signs and stuff. Like I said, from God saying, "Hey girl, I got you." You never know who he will send your way. Like, I know here recently with my car, right? I had gotten I had went through the layoff. I had did my GoFundMe. People had given to me through the GoFundMe and off of the GoFundMe. And I was like, okay, do y'all not know that what was it? My windshield wipers. Like I knew they were going up, but the whole modem in my windshield wipers stopped. Okay. I'm trying to pull up something for you guys. The whole transmission in my windshield wipers worked. So what was it? I don't know if I shared this with you guys. I, my mouth and my thoughts are very, very powerful. Okay. You know what? I see this comment, and I'm gonna have to use discernment before I respond to this comment. Stop me mid sentence. I'm going to leave that comment right there. Wait a minute. Did I cut my weight? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I am down 20 pounds. Shout outs to me. I was trying to show y'all something. That's what I was trying to bring up to show y'all. That is too funny. That is too funny. Oh, look, I spoke too soon. Here comes the dog. Um, but yeah. Wait, hold on. That is too funny. Y'all see him trying to play with me over there on YouTube. I ain't playing with y'all. But yeah, outside of that, um, hold on. I'm trying to send this to myself. And I know that there's a language barrier between my culture and yours. So I'm gonna let you slide with that one, okay? I'm gonna let you slide with that because you playing. Look, look, you laugh because you know you playing. You know you try to play with me. But you know what? I appreciate you for playing in my face and not behind my back. I wait a minute. You're gonna make me put you in a cage. I was just talking about how good you was doing, and then you want to show up here. Look, I'm trying to show you guys something actually. I have to send it to myself. So remember when I told you guys that um before I logged on, all of my information had gotten removed out of here. I don't know what happened. I remember I said I was waiting for Ashton Kutcher to come and say it was a prank. But yeah, love the way you're talking. You love how I'm talking? Oh, well, thank you. Sir, that's not part of the show. Wait a minute. I want to pull this thing up for you guys. I took a water bottle out of the freezer. And so when it defrosts, he hears it crackling and popping. All right, so let me show you guys this. Let me show you guys this. She said, "Hey, I'm so late, girl. You right on time. All depends on how you look at it, girl. How you been?" Okay, I'm trying to download this image because this for you, Mr. M Shahud. So let me, cause I'm going to have to stand up for you. I'm gonna lock my dog out so he won't come in here as soon as I get this file. As soon as I extract this file, because your girl is down 20 pounds. I said I wasn't gonna share, but until I got to exactly where I wanted to be, but it's on the way. So excuse me. Okay, hopefully he sits there. Let's see. Do I want to do it like this? Okay, so this, boom. Y'all see this? This right here. This is a part of my creation. Hold on, because I'm gonna hold on, stay right there, because I'm gonna have to lock my dog out. Hold on. Come on, Bubba, 'cause you're trying to you're trying to distract. It's almost over. Come on. All right. Stop. Where were we? All right, you guys still there? All right. Let me know if you're still here. Let me know did you if you have you gotten the reset that works for me? Not for me, from me. Have you guys got this? So this, because I always have to explain it because people always think I started juicing to lose weight, and that's not why I started juicing. I started juicing because I was always bloated. Are you guys still here? Andre, Jesus, you guys still here? This right here. So if you would like this, if you want to make it yourself, you totally can. And then here are my 3 recipes that I have where I found the cure. I dealt with bloating a lot. I would always bloat, especially when my sister-in-law was in town. And the Crave Crusher, Bloat Buster, Glow Getter, they all are great. But the Crave Crusher cuts your cravings and all of that, right? And it helps. So since I've been doing this, I have not had an upset stomach. So I made this where I added the recipes that I have. This is only $7. You can get it from me. It's an ebook, and I look at you. You playing 20 pounds because of this drink. Listen, well, just this, and I count my calories. I don't eat over 1,500 calories and things like that. But listen, so um, I also sell them. Now, and I'm big on packaging and all of that, but some people don't care because they've gotten it from me. I'm still in the middle of all of that. Like right now, I'm working on my labels and things like that. So let me show you. Look, hold on. Oh, them things is thangin'. Oh, hold on. And I put this shirt on just for the show tonight. And I was like, well, girl, why you put this on? Because I could have wore this outside the mall. But I had like right here, I would bloat a lot. You see? Wait a minute, because I still see the little. Oh, you know what? Let me take this down. So y'all, hold on. I don't want to click something and then it delete everything. Oh, okay, let me do this real quick. Take that off. All right. So look, I don't believe in wearing girdles and all that because I like to be comfortable. I like to be comfortable. So I sell it. Look at it. And my stomach has gone down, continues to go down. Still got my little love handles and all of that, but it is what it is. Cause your girl, if I push it out, let me see. If I push it out, and that's what me pushing, like trying to push. So this is what I've been doing. And I said I had to I don't know why I pulled my stuff over there like that. But I was like, I am not that girl that wants to wear a girdle. You want to accept me and my little love handles, okay? But yes, I'm down 20 pounds. I went to the doctor's today to do my little monthly check-in. But I'm down 20 pounds and I'm gonna get back into the gym. But like I was saying, like I just gotta lose my little mommy arms. But I'm gonna get back into the gym eventually once I get to where I want to go. I know everybody is like, oh no, da, 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 da," because when I was working out and I was going to the gym faithfully, I couldn't get the scale to move. But once your girl came up with a bloating treatment, baby, and I'll show you guys some pictures too. I posted pictures on my stories as well. Say, where is the link? So you can either purchase it from my Patreon, which I posted in the comments, but it's only $7. If you get it directly from me, it's $7. You can either cash at me through my cash app right there, PayPal me, what else I accept? Cash app, PayPal, and Zelle, or if you go to the link. The link now, because of Patreon with its own fees and stuff like that, it's $10 on there. That's including the fees and taxes. But to get it directly from me, it's $7. And when you do it, you would send me your payment. And after you send me your payment, make sure when you send it, you also send your email so I can email you this. And shout out to everybody who purchased it the week before last when I did the show. I also let me do this format. Let me add this one and that one. Oh, I'm trying. Wait a minute, move. I'm trying to do these two formats. Boom and boom. Oh, let's just do this one. I also sell it. So this is what I was talking about. Hold on. Let me remove the banner real quick. I also sell them. I'm adding some. Right now, I only have 16 ounces. I have 16-ounce bottles. That's what I do. But I'm adding some. I believe I'm going to add some 8-ounce bottles in there. And I'm also working on. I'm also going to add like ginger shots and stuff in there too. So it's going to be good. But if you do purchase, if you and everything is pre-order. So if I make it and you want to purchase it, me purchase the juice already made. This is it right now. This is the current specials and things like that. If you get the reset pack of the 6 bottles where you could try all three, where you could put all 3 flavors, you can mix and match the flavors. Then I'm going to add in the recipe book. But I think I'm going to do that for like the first 5 people to purchase a 6 pack. So if you purchase a 6 pack, the first 5 people to pre-order, mean you sent your or you sent the money for your order. I'm gonna give you the book, the recipe book, the reset that works, vibrations reset juice blends. Yeah, so I'm super excited. I'm super excited for everybody. And if you don't, okay, if you're that person that says, hey, I want to do it, I want to juice, but I don't have the time. My schedule is super busy. I also excuse me. I offer, I also have a style. Here we go. Sorry, I had to put everything back. I also have a thing too where I will make everything for you, but you would just have to provide it. And I do charge by the hour to make it. So you can buy all the stuff and just pay me to make it, and I'll do that. Um, But right now I'm not doing more than like 6 bottles though. Because within the first 3 to 5 days, I mean they all last 7 days. You can have them for 7 days. They last. Of course, within the first 3 to 5 days, they are it's real potent and you get all the nutrients. I feel like that you still get all the nutrients even when day 7 come or whatever like that. Only because I've been using it, so I am my brand. And if you follow me, this is why I say it's important to follow me on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, because I post all of this stuff. Oh, if you follow me on Instagram, be so kind and join my channel. So on Instagram, I have a channel, and the channel is it's free to join the channel. So join the channel. I also drop things in the channel, things that I'm doing, things that I'm working on. So go join it's going to say welcome to Candyland. Let me see. Hold on. It's going to say welcome to Candyland. Join the channel. I'm trying to pull it up so you guys can see what it looks like. Is this my page? Okay. Home. I gotta make sure there ain't nothing else up there for y'all to be seeing. Okay. Because you know how y'all do. When I be giving y'all a little glimpse into my world, let's see. Home, profile, channel. Where's my channel? Let's see, girl. So yeah, so this is the thing, you guys. These are all things that I'm working on. I also have to finish working on my book cover. That's going to be coming to you guys soon. My other book that I'm working on. I don't see that's the thing. I don't know how to work it on I don't know how to work it on the computer. Am I the only one? Is it just me? Do these platforms seem a little different on the actual computer? I wanted to show you guys, but I may not be able to. What's this? Notifications dashboard. Notifications. Is this it? Nope. But if not, y'all will see it. I'll post it on my page. Yeah, but join the group. Join the channel. I also put things in there and stuff like that in the channel. But yeah, like I said, for the first 5 people who purchased the 6 pack, I've been making I've been doing them like the trios and stuff like that, the 4 and 5 pack. It's been really, really good doing that. I've had fun. So that's what I'm doing. I'm down 20 pounds, baby. And I got some more to go. I don't want to tell you what my goal is overall. I don't want to say what my goal is overall, but let's just say your girl knocked it down. I knocked it down. So I'm super, super, super excited about that. So that's why I said, you guys, tonight, luxury is a mindset. Take control of your life. Live for you. Don't care what others think. Don't judge others. And if you are being judged, oh well, who cares? Um, live your life for you. Do what makes you happy. Continue to grow. Take it one day at a time, and keep moving forward. Oh, we got a sub on TikTok. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing. I love TikTok. Um, yeah, so that's just what I am. That's what I'm doing. Let me know if you purchased the book already. Let me know how it's going for you. I actually was going to follow up with the people who have purchased it. Like, hey, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? But how about this? Since we're doing this, I'll do this really, really quick just for today. If you are interested in getting this and you want to get the book tonight, just for tonight, before I end this live, which is probably in the next 5 minutes, You can get it tonight for just $5. So you can cash at me $5. How about that? Is that fair? Look at that. I done knocked $2 off. If you would like the book, you can the ebook. Just make sure you send when you cash app it or however you send it. Make sure you just send your email address to me too. So just for tonight only, you can get this my ebook for this for just $5 until I end the live. Cause then I'm going to actually I gotta go to the kitchen and juice and get on TikTok and run my mouth. I'm on TikTok, but I'm gonna be back on TikTok where I'll be having people join in. It'd be so fun over there. So yes, but I'm glad that I was able to share with you guys tonight. You guys have been amazing like you always are. What is this? Sorry, hold on, I'm looking at something. I told y'all I feel like Ashton Kutcher has punked me tonight. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I enjoyed you guys tonight. Mash Hood showed up trying to play, but I'm glad you recognized the weight loss. Also, when you met me, I didn't have any hair either. I didn't have any hair. So, um, did you guys enjoy the show tonight with all the updates? Remember what's the goal tonight? Luxury is a mindset. Shine anyway, no matter what happens. Shine anyway, no matter what people think. Shine anyway, no matter how people feel about you. Shine anyway for Juice Book. Okay, okay, got that one. Now just make sure you send your email. You can either inbox me, DM me your email so I can see it. See, look at that. See, y'all love a good sale. Y'all take advantage of the sale. Yep. Thank you so much. So make sure that when you sending it, you let me know what your email is. So this way I can send you the copy of the ebook. And you guys, next is my baby. My baby is coming. I am super excited about my baby. My baby that I have been working on is on the horizon. It's on the horizon. But yeah, your girl is down. And like I said, the juice is not um again, I didn't start juicing for weight loss. I started juicing to get rid of my bloating and it works and it's good. So yeah, you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. Stay with me. Go check out the latest reviews. Let me know where else you would like me to go. Cause I think I might go check out a happy hour or something. I don't know. I gotta do my research to see what else I want to review um tomorrow. And then I'm gonna jump back on TikTok and hang out with TikTok for a little bit as I do my juicing. So yeah, you guys. I enjoyed you guys tonight. Continue to be great. Don't allow obstacles to make you feel less than. And you can get through anything. Pray about it. Don't worry about it. Pray about it. And if you're going to pray about it, why you worrying about it? Because if you're worrying about it, why you praying about it? So let go and let it go. And I will see you guys next week. And some of you who follow me, I'll probably see you more than that because I be going live like all the time. I mainly always go randomly live on TikTok though. So follow me over there. Follow me there. See you guys later.